Nearly 10 p.m., I'm here outside City Hall with a quick recap as to what happened at tonight's City Council meeting, April the 2nd, 2019. The first thing we did is we took action on a 3% annual adjustment on development impact fees. This is handled on an annual basis. We left out traffic impact fees for the next year, and we'll be revisiting ways that fees can spur the kind of development we want in our community. It's an interesting tool. A lot of local governments use it. We also looked at our fees citywide. This was our annual opportunity to adjust for CPI, which we did, 3.9% across the board. We went on to our consent agenda, and I was happy to pull a couple of contracts for street tree stump grinding and trimming. There's a list hundreds long of trees that were damaged in the storms of February 2017, and before we can get planting, we need to grind stumps and we need to trim and maintain what we've got. The good news is our Public Works Director confirmed there are trees coming, and a program that I've been working on for years is rolling out now, and it's an Adopt a Tree program whereby the city has funds earmarked for residents that will agree to water and look after a street tree. So more coming on that, and I'm sure I'll get the chance to promote it. We also had an update on our North Salinas El Gabilan library. Everything's coming along. We will have that library open in less than a year. Very excited about that. It is such a needed improvement. We also talked about ways we can privately support the library. We've already raised more than $200,000 for different amenities in the library, and I'm going to commit here and now to donating some money myself. We went on to then have an update on our permitting department. Permitting, planning, and building. We've done this on a regular basis, and I have to highlight a couple of studies that I've participated in and a couple of important studies that came before council. 2013, there were 54 recommendations that came about out of a Citygate study. Of those 54, our folks in planning and building and permitting have said 50 of them have been accomplished, and then there was another 38 tasks that were specifically identified February of 2018, and it's reported that 25 of those are complete, 4 under progress, and 9 that are on hold. What does this mean? Basically, our permitting department is doing much better than it ever has done. In fact, a couple of statistics for you. In 2013, we processed 690 permits. 2018, we're up to 1,248. In 2013, we had 10 staff, and in 2018, we have nearly 11.75 staff, to be precise. The bottom line is we're processing 2 times as many permits, and we're doing it in half the time. That doesn't mean we don't still have ground to cover. In fact, I think the remark was made by Councilwoman Cromies that 90% of our time is tied up with 20% of the applicants. You know, there's just some lack of understanding and in many cases complicated projects. So we're very committed to improving our permitting process, and we'll be back to study this again. One last thing I'll mention, this Saturday the 6th, I'm proud to announce there will be a park and school cleanup. Monterey Park School, I'm sponsoring a cleanup along with Rotary, that's the Santa Lucia Rotary Club, and the PTA at Monterey Park School will be spreading bark, we'll be raking leaves, and there is a waste collection that's sponsored by Republic Services. 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., Monterey Park School in South Salinas. Thanks for tuning in.